Hey everybody, my name is Kalle Slaap and I'm a watchmaker from the Netherlands, and tonight a Patek Philippe. Let's do a full restoration on this lovely Patek Philippe. See if we can make it function perfectly again. Some watchmaker's marks used to be the norm, but not for a long time. I never ever scratched my name in the case back. The movement has been some moisture there. See if we can restore the screw heads. That would be nice. The beautiful pallet fork. There's some scratches, but due to the Côte de Geneva stripes, there's no way we can get that one better. Well, then again, it's a old vintage watch. Plenty of work to do. Moisture. Fine regulator. Beautiful swan neck. Fine regulator. There is some restoration needed for the screw heads, but that shouldn't be a problem. And there, the exceptional pallet fork. Well, first take it out of the case. That is interesting. Really some corrosion, and the winding stem looks like a dipstick. No stress. Next stop are the screws for the dial feet. Oh, there's one. Well, now it's time to remove the hands and the dial itself. But first, visual inspection. I think it's in the top varnish. Maybe you can see the lines. And it's underneath the print. And that looks original, so you see some lines. Shouldn't be a problem. The dial. And let's see what is underneath. There's the number. Oh, trouble in paradise. There shouldn't be any lubrication on the Patek Philippe dial. So what will we find? Ah, it's beautiful, isn't it? Look at that. Just the elegance. Well, I'll talk you through what we're seeing here. The setting lever, there is some corrosion, so that came in through the winding stem. There, now that is a beautiful yoke spring. That is lovely. And here the elegant lines. You see the straight graining, the highly polished screw heads, beautiful angling, anglage. Again here straight graining. It is beautiful. Well, fibers that shouldn't be there, and it's been, when you see the lubrication between the sliding pinion and the winding pinion, that is quite a lot. Is this? Yeah, it's really some, seems like some sediment on top. Now that is excessive and old, and just the center of the pivots. Highly polished, beautiful, beautiful stuff. Yeah, the pivot of the sub-second hand. Have to be very careful with that one. Here are the inspection holes for the pallet fork. So you can see the functioning and the setting of the jewels. Here a very different kind of shock system. Beautiful. And we see that the pallet fork is only decorated on one side. The beautiful shiny bits, there and there, are the tips of the tiny screws. So not the screw head, but the tip is beautiful rounded, all perfectly polished. Such a huge job, but it is, yeah, lovely. And here the perlage, the pearl looking graining. And if you play with the light, lovely effect. There's the number of this particular Patek Philippe. So let's remove the hour wheel. There's a lot of play. Going to remove the cannon pinion, but be very careful with the pivot of the sub-second. I love this tool to remove the cannon pinion. I know there are many other tools especially for that. This is a cutter for a balance spring, and I love the lift effect without leaving any marks, so you can really control the force. And for many years I just like this tool. The center wheel, and there is excessive play. That is a lot. You can add all the oil in the world, but a watch is not going to run perfectly with wear and tear like that. First, I like to remove the balance wheel. Make sure that one's safe. Gently lift it up. Try to reach it with my carbon tip tweezers. Gently. Beautiful perlage underneath, but not sure what that is. Almost a flawless pallet fork. Bit dirty. It looks like the safety pin in the middle is a bit odd like this, or maybe like that. We really have to check that one. I don't think it's an optical illusion. I think it's a bit like that. To make sure that all the powers of the mainspring, I like to use the alternative way and remove the pallet fork first in a controlled way. And the pallet fork bridge. My trusty oiler. Well, the escape wheel isn't really pushing against it with some force, but just to be safe, lock the escape wheel. Try to lift the bridge without leaving a single mark. Oh, My carbon tip tweezers are a bit too thick for the beautiful pallet fork. And now, well, no power in the mainspring, but better safe than sorry. Have a look at this. Still have to clean it. There's some residue of old lubrication, but it is nice. Let's have a look at the safety pin on the other side. Is it in the middle or is it not? No, really isn't. That might be a reason why it wasn't self-starting or running too well. Maybe it was touching the double roller.